Hi, Jen here from ROI Jolt, and in this video, we're going to be continuing the discussion of why your ads might not be working. In the last video, we talked about, well, maybe it could just be a website issue, but in this video, we are going to be covering all the reasons for why it might actually be an ad issue or an ad account issue. So first and foremost, having the proper campaign structure is so crucial to the success of your Facebook and Instagram ads. When we structure our ad accounts internally for clients, how we're structuring it is based off of a tiered approach. So typically it's going to be 3 tiers: top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel campaign structure. And really quickly, top of funnel, that's going to be your cold traffic audiences. That's your interest-based audiences and your lookalike audiences. And actually, one of the issues that I see come up the most frequently when doing ad account audits is that people think that a lookalike audience falls within a retargeting audience, and it does not. How Facebook works is you upload a customer file or you create a lookalike audience off of pixel events or page engagement, things like that. And Facebook will analyze all of the data points associated with that collection of people who have performed the action you wanted them to take. And Facebook is going to output an audience that most resembles those people. So these are people who have not interacted with you before, most likely. So lookalike audiences are a top of funnel audience targeting selection. Now, middle of funnel is going to be people who have interacted with you to some degree. They just haven't taken that next step and performed the action that you want them to take. So they've liked a page post or ad, they've commented on a page post or ad, they've shared a page post or an ad. They have messaged your page, they've DM'd you on Instagram, they've watched a certain percentage of video, they've opened an instant experience on their device. Those are all middle of funnel retargeting actions. Bottom of funnel. Now this is typically where the gold happens, where you see the highest return on ad spend for most businesses. Bottom of funnel is the high intent audiences. So they've viewed specific pages on your website, they've added to cart, they've initiated checkout, or they've previously purchased from you before. Those are all bottom of funnel retargeting actions. Now, that being said, most clients, when we go through and we do audits of accounts, they're targeting top of funnel only. And with most businesses, top of funnel is maybe 1.5 times return on ad spend at best. And some clients where they even, still see success account wide as a whole, they're at less than 1 times return on ad spend for top of funnel because middle of funnel and bottom of funnel covers the account. So middle of funnel, maybe you're getting anywhere between 3 and 10 times return on ad spend. Bottom of funnel, maybe you're getting anywhere between 5 and 20 times return on ad spend. And it will pick up the slack from the top of funnel campaigns that aren't performing as well. And the reason being is that most people need several impressions of interacting with a brand or seeing a brand before they're like, oh, okay, yeah, now I'm ready to pull the trigger. Most people will not buy on a first interaction unless you just have a very high impulse buy product. For those types of products or businesses, usually top of funnel ad campaigns are probably going to be the best performing. So if it's a low price point, a low price point coupled with a impulse buy type product, top of funnel is usually going to perform better than middle of funnel and bottom of funnel for those types of clients and product service offerings. So huge mistake if you're just doing top of funnel ad campaign targeting and you're leaving so much money on the plate by not having middle of funnel and bottom of funnel retargeting actions up. Now, within those middle of funnel and bottom of funnel campaign structures, we're also tiering it based off of how long ago somebody took action. So if somebody took action within 7 days, they're going to be shown a completely different grouping of ads and ad creative than if they took action within the past 11 to 30 days. So the goal is to tailor content and creative in such a way that you are following the user throughout that buying cycle based off of where they're at in that buying cycle and tailoring the content to them for that precise moment in that journey. And that's what makes Facebook and Instagram ad campaigns so successful. Whereas with Google, not to say that Google ads aren't successful, but it leaves off a lot to be desired, because you can only target specific keywords and then retarget people who visited a site. That's it. That's the extent of kind of those campaigns. Whereas with Facebook and Instagram, it is so much more sophisticated and more of a well-oiled machine. So kind of think of it in a way that you would email marketing. So people who abandon their cart, people who opt in and are a lead, but they haven't purchased. You have all of these automated flows that go out to pick up where a user left off in the buying cycle behind the scenes of your website. Facebook and Instagram ads are really similar in nature to that kind of well-oiled machine. All right, next up, in terms of reasons for why your ad campaigns might not be performing well, aside from the proper campaign structure, is going to be the ad copy and creative, as well as the ad targeting. So if your product is meant for a very specific granular type of audience, like you're selling anti-aging cream, and your audience is going to skew female, and they're going to skew like middle-aged because they're trying to be preventative, or maybe they're older and they've already got some wrinkles. You do not want to target people who are 18 years old. Having that broad range of like any women between 18 and 65 plus, they're just not going to buy because it's not in their mindset to think, oh, I need to take care of my skin, and if I wear anti-aging cream, I'm going to look great when I'm 60. It's just not there. It's people who already have a problem and they've identified that problem, and now they're trying to course correct or prevent further decline. So ad targeting is super important. If you have a $200, following the same example, anti-aging skincare cream, and you're doing broad targeting, most people are not going to spend $200 on an anti-aging cream. It's going to be more affluent individuals, and it's going to be women that skews a little bit older, middle-aged to older. And so you really have to drill down to your buying persona. Who is an ideal fit for your product? What are their interests? Who do they follow? Where do they shop? Because that's really going to help you narrow down and get granular with who your ideal customer is. It's going to cut down on wasted ad spend, and your return on ad spend is going to climb up and shoot through the roof. So aside from getting really granular and clear on who your audience is and where they are, the ad copywriting. So painting a picture, telling a story, talking about the pain points, talking about the benefits, trialing out what combination of those points works the best for your audience is going to help you achieve a higher return on ad spend. And the only way you're going to be able to drill down to that is through split testing. So copywriting and creatives are super, super important. If you've got a product image on just a white background and those are the only ads that you're creating, you're not going to stand out from the crowd. You're not going to break through the noise of people searching through things in their newsfeed. You have to have proper lifestyle images, proper video content, all the stuff that I talked about in an earlier video. And you have to A/B split test all of those elements. So split testing buying personas if you have multiple buying personas, split testing copy angles between story, pain points, desires, split testing the creatives, so testing out different video testimonials to see which angles and which individuals resonate best with your target audience, split testing lifestyle images, product images, the whole kit and caboodle, because all of those points are going to influence the success of your campaign. And hands down, one of the biggest reasons for why I see accounts not performing well comes down to not A/B split testing enough. They throw up a single ad, go to a targeting, maybe they see some success from that, so they just let it run until it no longer works and it's no longer profitable, and then they're like, oh, my ads aren't working anymore, what do I do? It really comes down to proper campaign structure, proper A/B split testing, proper copywriting, and creatives. And that pretty much is going to cover the ad account side of things for why your ads might not actually be working. So stay tuned for the next video, and I look forward to seeing you there.